Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, January 9th in Franklin, Massachusetts. It's a lovely day today. It's not as cold as it has been, which is nice. And the sky is blue, and hopefully it's going to stay that while for a little bit. Now, I know I did not put a newsletter out this week. I'm sorry about that. Things just got really crazy, and time-wise, I just didn't have the opportunity to do that. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do next week, and then next week we'll be back on track, putting newsletters out and sending out messages, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to have a little swig of my water. There we go. I don't know if anybody is on with me today, but I hope some people will pop on and say hi, even though you didn't get prior notice of me being here this morning. Hey, Jan, good morning. Good morning, good morning, my Canadian friend, my dear Canadian friend. Thank you for popping on this morning, and it is 10 o'clock, so let's get started. So, as I said, I apologize for no newsletter this week. It was just a crazy week, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this is what we're going to be doing for next week. So let me just bring this over and show you. I am so excited about this. I'm going to show you right here. This is called the Nature's Symphony Suite, which I absolutely love. I featured the paper that we're using next week is using this absolutely gorgeous Nature's Walk DSP. It's so beautiful. So I thought, let's make some mail cards, or let's make some birthday cards, or cards thinking of whatever you want to say, but more neutral, not crying a female, little girl, little boy, but anybody could use these cards. So this is the suite that I used. I love the stamp set, and I love the dies. Let me show you those. Here is the stamp set. Whoops, get it right. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. Beautiful. I love the font on this. And then these are the dies that go with it. So this is what I use to make these cards. So let me show you the cards. I'm not actually going to make anything this morning. Well, I am. I'm going to make the Easter basket. But let me just show you this. So look at how pretty this is. Now, I have to tell you that I took this design template and design from a demonstrator called Karen Zenzakovic. Karen Zenzakovic. I don't know where she is, but I saw it on Facebook, I think, and I absolutely loved it. So this is what I did. I love it. This is a base of Pretty Peacock, and then the designer paper, and then this is also designer paper. Then I took some of the basic beige and cut out the leaf, and I cut out this little flourish here, and then I added some of these little embellishments, and there's that first card. And then the inside says Happy Birthday with a little panel of that DSP on the bottom. So there's one, and I have to tell you, I used all of that DSP. I used all of it. I made setups for everybody. So I've got setups for my group coming tomorrow. My demonstrators coming tomorrow for a demo meeting. And then I've got plenty for next week. So here's another color combination. This is using a different piece of DSP. Same idea, same template, same embellishments, same birthday message. But this is a little different flourish that was in that die set. So I used that. So then this one is using Cloud Cover and Secret Sea designer paper. Look at how pretty that is. Actually, I think it's beautiful. And again, I used basic beige for the flap, for the leaf, and the embellishments. And again, on the inside, Happy Birthday. Whoops, a little bit of adhesive there. We'll get that off. And then here's the last one that I made. Look at how cute that is. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I love, love, love that template. I love the colors. I love that DSP. So, excuse me, that's what we're going to be making next Monday and Tuesday. So then we're also going to be making this little card, which I absolutely think is so stinking cute. What DSP is the writing? It's that like ephemera pack. It says, you can hardly make it out, Jan. It says, whilst there is pain, sing. You can make out a few of the words, but you see that? It's really hard to... This is the same DSP. Oh, wait a minute, you're asking the package. The package is called Nature Walk. Nature Walk right here. And here is the writing page. You get 2 sheets of each. This is the back side. This is the other side. But that's the one that has the writing in it. I hope that clarifies. Is that what you meant? I think that's what you meant. What DSP is the writing? Yeah, it's right here. Nature Walk. Okay. So anyway, so then the next one that I wanted to make was this stinking cute Easter basket. Look, and I took this from our website, this card. I adapted a little bit. They did a slimline version, and I'm doing the regular A2 size. But this is the stamp set. It's called Easter Basket. It is a bundle. It's got the cutest little buns. Look at how cute, really cute. The tulips and the carrot and the little bunnies and the egg, the little chick. And it's got some really nice little messages on it, flowers as well. And then, of course, it's got the corresponding. You're welcome, Jan. Hey, Caroline. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so glad you popped in. I know that nobody knew that I was going to be doing a live this morning, but thank you for getting that message and joining in. And here are the dies that go with it. So let me show you what I did. I copied this exactly from the, with the exception of not being a slimline card, but look at how cute that is. I think it's so pretty. The base is bubble bath, and then there is a layer, a 5 1/4 by 4 layer, which I used this new all in a row embossing folder, which I absolutely love. See how pretty that is? Wait a minute, you know what? I'm going to put this light, my light on. That's a little bit better, I think. Is that better? Let me move this a bit. Yeah, can you see that better? Anyway, there is the embossing folder. Kind of reminds me of Little Maids All in a Row. How cute. Little tiny flowers, little horizontal lines and little dots. It's very, very cute. Horizontal and vertical lines. So this is how it looks on the card. How pretty is that? Isn't that beautiful? So let's get started. We are going to make this. So let me put this over here. Let me bring in everything that we need. First of all, we got this, and we got my little bone folder, and I'm going to get this all folded. And I love this bubble bath paper. It's so pretty. It's such a lovely, luscious pink. I love it. And then here is the layer of the all in a row embossed. Look at how pretty that is. It's just such a pretty background. It can be used for so many different things. So I'm sure we'll be using a lot of that come this spring, which is right around the corner. By the way, we have 39 days till the Red Sox start spring training. 39 days! I'm so excited. Whoopee! Okay, so let's put this on. There we go. That's on like that. Very nice, very nice. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start building my little basket. Now, I did go ahead and already, I already cut these things all out because you don't need to watch me cut them out on my Big Shot. So let's start with the little frill that's going to go on the basket. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use my Tombow glue because these pieces are little. I did use my snail on my sample, but I found it was a little bit tedious. So I'm just going to use some Tombow or green glue, however you want to call it. And I'm going to apply these two together like this, like that. How cute is this going to be? Stinking cute. Then the next thing is I'm going to add some adhesive here on the back of this. And then this is going to go onto the basket. Now I cut the basket out of soft seafoam, which is such a lovely, very pretty, soft green. I love it. So there's that. Let's get this up right like that. And I'm going to very gently just tap, 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 tap. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start assembling my little flowers and the bunny. So the first thing is I'm going to take my bun and I'm going to turn this over. And I am just going to add some. Now, here I could use my snail if I wanted to. Or my stamp and seal, whichever. I have a lot of snail left. Lots of it. So anyway, here, I'm going to put my bunny in like this. Like that. Yeah, just like that. And I want his ears to come out, or her ears. I think it's a her. Yeah, her. We'll call it a her. All right, then I'm going to put a tulip in. And this tulip I colored with Gorgeous Grape and with Mossy Meadow, those little leaves. So I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to this. You know what? For this, I am going to go ahead and put some snail on because the bottom part, the stems, are not going to show. So that's not a problem. I'm going to put this in like this, right behind the little bunny, like that. Perfect. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little flowers, and I already colored those with, this was a Berry Burst. This was an oldie but a goodie. I love this color, Berry Burst. And some Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to add some snail there. And I'm going to put this in right like in the corner right here, but make sure the little flowers come out. Okay, so that's good. Then I'm going to add the little carrot. The carrot, how stinking cute is this? Of course, the bunny has to have a carrot. What? You can't have an Easter basket without a carrot. Well, I suppose you could. But, all right, then I'm going to put this aside for a second, and I'm going to take this little flower. I took Lemon Lime Twist, and I took, this is Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to add this on like this. And I think I will do a little bit of snail here too. It's okay. Sometimes the snail comes through the side, like right here. Oh, there's a little piece here that I've got to punch out. Sometimes it doesn't come out perfectly, but we fix it. There are no problems. There are no mistakes, right, folks? None. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the bottom of this. I'm going to bring my basket in, and I'm going to put this right in like this. And I'm going to pull this just a little bit to the side. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to move my carrot back a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Like that. How cute is that? There we go. Adorable. Adorable. And then I have one, and I'm going to take my pick-me-up tool, and I'm going to take one of these little tulips, and I'm just going to add a little tiny dab of adhesive right here, right there. And I'm going to put, whoops, my quilting pen just popped right out. I have them on my silicone base here just to prevent wait a minute, hold on, let me get this in. Let's get this in. Actually, I'm going to tuck it in with my fingers just a little tiny bit. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. How cute is that? Isn't that adorable? Now, what I'm going to do, of course, I have to get my Winky. And I am going to wink this up. I'm going to put some adhesive, not adhesive, I'm going to put some Winky on this beautiful little scalloped trim right here, like that. Ooh, this looks like my Winky is getting low. And I'm going to put some Winky on the flowers. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get another one. I am so low on these. Let's see if this is better. Oh, this is better. Okay, there we go. There. I'm going to color this. I love the dyes. They have some nice definition here. You can see some of the little petal marks on the flowers. I think that's really pretty. And I'm going to give my little bun. Jeepers, this is low too. What the heck? You know me, I go through a lot of Winkies. I can't help it. You know what? I'm going to move this over just a little bit more. Can I do that? Yep. There we go. Just like that. There we go. I'm happy there. All right. I can't believe I go through, well, what a stupid thing to say. Everybody who knows me knows I use lots and lots and lots of Winky. Oops. There we go. All right. Let me get some here. I want to make sure I get enough on because I want it to look a little sparkly. And of course, the next thing I'm going to do to really make it look sparkly is I'm going to add some glitter. All right, but before I do that, let's get some, I'm going to turn this over, and now we're going to put some dimensionals on. I'm going to use a lot of dimensionals on this, and as you can see, I'm using my edges. I like to use my edges. They're very important, and I'm going to make sure that this plants itself right over the backs of those so that they're nice and secure. And let's get another one here. How cute is this? This is such a stinking cute card. I totally love it. Just so sweet. All right, a few more. And let me put one on there, right there. And let me put one down here. Normally, I don't use a lot of dimensionals, but when you have a project like this, I think it's important that you make sure that everything is going to stick nicely. All right, so, and it's going to be even. So I'm going to come through and look at that, and there is no dimensional paper showing, so that's good. So now I'll pop these things off. Let's see. There we go. Another one. Another one. And then this card is almost done. So stinking cute. And I do have some setups left over from last week. Some of the other Valentine cards that we had. And the note card. And I will show you that too. Okay. Here we go. All right. I think I've got, oh, one more. This one. There we go. All right. I want to make sure they're all off. And they are. Now I'm going to bring in my card, my base. And I'm going to try and get this on nice and even. There we go, like that. How cute is that? Now I'm going to press it down. Perfect. And then I'm going to just add a little bit more Winky. There we go. And then I'm going to come in. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, I have to do the bow. Look at how cute this bow is, too. That die. Look at how cute that is. Adorable. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So let's add some dimensionals to this. You know, on this one, I'm going to have to use some smaller ones, the little tiny ones. And I'm probably going to have to cut those in half because even as tiny as they are, they might not be tiny enough to cover up. So let's just do that. Oh, yeah, see, that's much better. You put one, cut it in half, cut these little teeny ones in half, and there we go. And I can put one like right here. Perfect. All right, now let me take this off. Cute, cute, cute. And there we go. And one more. Okay, now I'm going to put this on. Look at how cute this is going to be. Oh my God, it's so cute. Look at that. Oh my God, I love it. All right, Winky, here we go. Look at that. And it just adds a little bit more depth of that. This is balmy blue, and adding the Winky causes that color to really be enhanced like that. Then I'm going to take my Dazzling Diamonds, and we're just going to sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Look at how cute. All right, now I'm going to tap the rest of that off. Look at that. By magic, of course, this is not, there is no adhesive to the Dazzling Diamonds, but there is some chemistry here with the Dazzling Diamonds. It's magnetic. I have no clue what it is. I'm sure somebody in the science world could explain it, but it's fine. All right, so the next thing is the little message that says, "Hello, Spring." And to that, I'm going to put one dimensional on the far right-hand corner, just on the far right-hand corner. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of, I've got snail right here, because this is going to go on the basket, which is already popped up with adhesive, with dimensionals. And then the dimensional on the right will secure itself to this piece of paper, just like that. Now, of course, we need some cute little embellishments. And these are the 2024, 2026 in colors, but it looks fine to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some green on here. Why not? Let's put one right here. And then let's put a smaller one. Let's get green. Yep, I like it. I like it. Actually, I think I'm going to put one right here. And then I'm going to put a tiny one right in the middle, right like that. Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh. Now the inside, for the inside, so there's a little trick to the inside, because when I colored my the carrot and the flowers, I used my alcohol markers. So in doing so, here's the inside of the card. So that's fine. I stamped it. I stamped the little flowers in Early Espresso, and then I'm just going to take the Berry Burst, and I'm just going to color this. Now, you notice this is the layer that's going to go inside, and these are alcohol markers, and the alcohol markers are very potent markers. They have alcohol in them that helps to enhance this color and the blending process. But in the application of it, it's very possible that this ink will go through, bleed through to the other side, which I'll show you momentarily, because it does. And I'm just going to take my little green here. I think this is parakeet, or what is this? Oh, dark granny apple. There we go. And then for the centers of the flower, I'm just going to use lemon lolly. No, this is Daffodil Delight. There we go. Okay, but these are, again, alcohol markers. So look, when you color that, it does come through on the other side. So that's why you want to do the inside of your card first, and then you're going to attach it to the inside of the base. But for the envelope, what I tell everybody to do, what I do, is I take a piece of cardboard and I put the cardboard inside the envelope. I'm going to be putting my flower on the lower right-hand side, so I want to make sure that that cardboard goes all the way down to the lower right-hand side. And then I'm going to take the ink and the Early Espresso. Now, this is water-based. This doesn't matter, but the coloring would. If I didn't... All right, let me just stamp this just like that. Perfect. Okay. Now, let me move this out of the way. Now I'm going to color it, keeping the cardboard inside, because, again, I don't want this bleeding to come through to the other side of the envelope. I mean, it may not bother you. It bothers me. I'll be honest. It does bother me. So that's why I do it like this. And it only takes a minute to get this little flower colored. And then we're almost done. And I just have a few other things to show you. Okay, there's that. You color the leaves. And like this. I really appreciate Jan and Caroline being on this morning. I don't know if anybody else is with me, but I truly appreciate it because, as I said, I had not the ability to do a newsletter this week, so you didn't even know that I was going to be on. All right, so let me have this dry for a minute. While that's drying, let's take this, add some adhesive to this, and we're going to put this on the inside of the card and make sure that I did get a little bit of adhesive on there, but we'll just fold it on top of itself. There we go. And here we go. Here, this goes just like this. And you can write a sweet little message inside. There we go. There, and see, there's no bleeding coming through on that side. And now we'll take this out, and there's no bleeding on that. Look at that, son of a gun. So there is this stinking cute card that we're going to make next week. So here's one. Basically, they're both the same. I use different embellishments, which you can pick whatever embellishment you want. But I think they're stinking cute. So we're going to make these next Monday and Tuesday. We're going to make these next Monday and Tuesday. These, I have a whole bunch of these. Those, and then I still have a few from left over from last week. I still have a few of these cute little Valentines. That one, this one with a little bear. How cute is this? And this adorable note card. So I have these setups as well. So that's what we're going to be doing Monday and Tuesday. And if you're coming, please let me know you're coming, and please let me know how many of each you would like or whatever. Okay, so that is it for today, my folks. It was very spontaneous. I'm so glad you were able to pop on with me. I hope you have a great weekend. I love your support. My Canadian friends, be well, stay well. Thank you for supporting us here in the United States as you do. I love you all.